Although it's only been an independent country since 1917, it's become one of the most progressive and most developed countries in the world. And apparently, it's the happiest country in the whole wide world. And today, I'm in its capital city. Good morning and welcome to Helsinki, the capital city of Finland. So I've just been walking around at the harbor and I ended up in a ferry terminal, and apparently there's a ferry that goes to an island called Suomenlinna. So I think I'm just gonna go there because there's nothing to see here at the moment. Everything is shut. It's too early, so I might as well go to an island and see what's out there. All right, here we go. Got a really nice view of the harbor from here, but it's bloody cold. So I'm gonna go back in. So welcome to Soumenlinna. This was honestly not part of the plan for today, but it was just so cold walking around central Helsinki, and there's not really a lot of things to see. I might be wrong, happy to be proven wrong. And also because it's so early in the morning, everything is still closed. So yeah, maybe I'll come back there later this afternoon. For now, let's walk around Suomenlinna. This island used to be a prison during Finland's struggle for independence and during Soviet times. I just saw a sign there that says there's actually people living in this island. This fortress was founded in 1748 on a cluster of islands right off the coast of the city, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is also often called the Fortress of Finland. So this is the map of the whole area, and we're currently here. I actually thought that it's just one island, but it's 4 islands. This island or group of islands are actually quite lovely. I imagine this would be lovelier in the summer, but I'm happy that I've actually come here today. Here you can see the strategic importance of this island, because all the ships going into Helsinki has to go through here. So if you control that channel, if you control the passageway, then you control what goes in and out of the city. So it was quite sunny earlier, but now it started to snow. The weather can't seem to make up its own mind. It's now super sunny again. Snow's gone. I did not remember ordering snow today, honestly. So yesterday was a little bit weird weather-wise. So I end up heading back to the hotel and chilling because it's not fun walking in windy and snowy condition. But today is meant to be really nice. It's meant to be sunny all day, so hopefully we can cover more grounds today. So let's start exploring Helsinki. From here, this is called Senate Square, and this has been the main square of the city since the 17th century. And also, this is the oldest part of central Helsinki. Behind me, where is it? There is Helsinki Cathedral, but sadly it's covered with scaffolding. I think they're doing some refurbishments. So yeah, it's such a shame, but you know. It's also very early on a Sunday morning, so there's hardly anyone around. It's just quite nice when you're exploring a new city. Apart from having like really nice buildings, one thing I notice here is that the streets are very clean. Yeah, suspiciously clean. The structure behind me is actually quite interesting because from the outside it looks like a massive cup. It's a massive mop. But it's actually a chapel. It's called the Chapel of Silence, and it's normally free to go in. They're not open on the weekend, so yeah. And just in front of that chapel there is this Star Wars like looking structure. So apparently this is an art museum. We're at the bottom of this. Here is an arts museum because whilst these old things here are quite artistic, there's another one. Look at that. That statue is Mannerheim. He's a political and a military leader, and apparently he's one of the greatest Finns ever. So much so that they named this street, this one here, this is the longest street in Finland, they named it after him. So I'm now in the middle of a lot of impressive looking buildings. So that there is the Parliament building. There is the music building. And that there is the National Library. I was gonna go check out the National Museum, but with the looks of it, it looks like it's under refurbishment. However, opposite it, there is a really fun looking house or building. It's called Finlandia or House of Finland. So I'm now on my way to the Rock Church, which is meant to be this really cool looking church. So bad news, because it's an actual church. They actually do service in the church, and it's Sunday today, so they're currently doing it. So you're not allowed to film or to take photos inside, which is fair enough. But that means that I can't really show it to you. I've seen it. It looks incredible. But yeah, I'm just gonna look at it from the outside. So that's the actual church. So it's surrounded by massive rocks. You can see the dome. You can see it there. It looks incredible though from the inside, so maybe I'll just show you this. The buildings in this neighborhood look incredible. So this is Huvilakatu neighborhood, and the buildings here, if you look at that, it's just so good. Oh, look at those buildings. Nice. Ah, look at this. That's even nicer. Let's see if we can go in. There might be a service. This is a Sunday today. But yeah, let's have a look. Also, I just found out that this is the largest stone cathedral in Finland. Okay, so they're not open until 12. So yeah, let's keep going. Design Museum. So I am now in Esplanadi Park, which is in the middle of the city. It's sandwiched between really nice looking historic building with upscale shops and cafes. That's really nice. At the end of Esplanadi Park, you see this statue of a mermaid emerging from the water, which according to what I've read symbolizes the birth of Helsinki. And then a few minutes away from the statue is the market square. I was here yesterday because the ferry that goes to Soumenlinna island goes from here. So just to give you the lay of the land, that is where the ferry terminal that we used to go to Suomenlinna yesterday. That's the market square with all those tents. That's the city hall, and then the Esplanadi Park is just behind this building, and then that's the old market hall that right there. I think they're shut on a Sunday, but I was actually there yesterday, so I'm going to show you that footage now. This market is the oldest of its kind in Helsinki. Inside is a mix of souvenirs and food stalls. You can find honey, caviar, and even bear and reindeer salami. This church looks incredible. Look at that. It's made of red bricks. Let's see if we can go in. Yeah, so I went in, but they're having a Sunday service, so I can't film out of respect. I don't think there's a lot of sites here in Helsinki that you would necessarily classify as tourist attractions, which is why what I'm currently doing is just going around, walking and checking the map to see if there's anything of interest, like that building behind me that's called the Nobility building. I wouldn't consider it as, you know, tourist attraction, but it looks really nice, and they've got plenty of those kind of buildings that are historic and also really nice looking. So now I'm in this massive square surrounded by really interesting buildings. So behind me is the National Theatre there, and then that's a train station, really good looking train station, and then that's an art museum. Okay, so I think I'm gonna head back to the hotel and have lunch late lunch. And then we'll head out later to continue exploring Helsinki. So I've been told that there's an unusual art installation 10 minutes away from where I'm staying. And would you believe it? It's a sewer. And not just in a sewer, it's a talking sewer. Come check it out. This art installation announces flights leaving from Helsinki Airport since 2003. Speaking of unusual art installations, you know when you're in Brussels and you inevitably visit the Mannequin Pis statue and you thought to yourself, what am I doing? What is this? So you can forget about the Mannequin Pis because Helsinki has a much bigger and a much bonkier version of it. So this is called Bad Bad Boy, presumably because it's doing its business in public. Unfortunately, I think they only turn on the tap in the summer, so you can't actually see it urinating. I feel like this afternoon has been all about art installation. And here's another one right beside me, although I wouldn't class this one as quirky. This is an abstract sculpture meant to resemble a sound wave made from clusters of organ pipes, and it commemorates the Finnish composer Jan Sibelius. There's a lovely cafe just across the water, so I'm gonna go maybe get some tea before heading back to town. I'm actually a little bit torn about Helsinki. Whilst it might not be the most exciting city in Europe, it does have its own charm, from its vibrant art scene and stunning architecture to its easy access to scenic landscapes. That said, if you get bored in Helsinki, you can easily take a boat to Tallinn. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Kita kits, or as you say here in Finland, nahadan mo ahamen.